How we doing? Monday night. It is June 9th. Happy 69 day, everybody. Brilliant teach, ready to preach. Teach daddy. How are you, buddy?
uh Dramatically surprised that we are already 6 months into 2025 because it feels like just yesterday it was March and then just the day before that it was January. So where did the time go?
Yeah, man. It's been crazy too, but I mean, I've been working a lot, trying to take care of a lot of business and that sort. So I mean, it easily flies for me and you know, especially when like I was moving a buddy of mine in and it feels like only half of his house is complete and his girlfriend, especially, hopefully fiance soon, is still flipping out about it because they don't even have counters in the kitchen right now. But ironically speaking, their last day in their former home was the first. So waking up with no working kitchen sink and no counters, oh, tough,
Big tough.
very tough. Yeah. So I mean, it's been an absolute whirlwind last couple of months, but positive things. So we had a glitch centered episode last week, and my stupid self 5 feet away from me forgot to review what I think is by far my favorite piece of glitch merch to date. So the Sakura cherry blossom with the temple jersey was pretty sick, but I remember when this came out, I was acquiring about it. I wish this thing would center, but I guess it won't. Oh well. So here we have it. This is the glitch baseball jersey. So I just want to let you know this is all printed just to get everybody there. I know people were asking if it was if it was patches or if it was printed. Screen printed. So it's not a patch. I know some people it's a sensory thing. It's a feel thing. You're either like it or you don't. But here was the biggest concern I had. Simply put, I've actually seen jerseys that have buttons on them, but for the life of me, the absolute dumbest thing about it, right, is that the buttons are just there for decoration and they have no purpose. And each have you ever if you had a shirt with buttons on it and they were just there to be in the way, wouldn't that drive you crazy?
Oh yeah. If they didn't have an actual purpose, I would clip them off.
Well, well, yeah, I'm like, is this an actual purpose? Do they actually, are they screen printed on? That would be even worse. But here we are. The buttons work, people. They freaking work.
But the buttons work. What do the buttons mean,
They
Mason?
freaking work. And I gotta tell you, I was very concerned just simply because I'm comparing of, the ones I have from Majestic, Fanatics, all that. I mean, honestly, this is solid, dude. It fits to the shoulders of I'd say for a jersey. Now, I got wide shoulders for a guy. That's just how I've always been kind of built. So this actually has a decent fit to it. I think it's going to be loose for some people, but compared to a regular baseball jersey, in my opinion, it's not oversized.
Sure.
But needless to say, I recommend this product. Keep in mind, everybody, I used a code at the time. I enjoy my purchase. And what's actually going to be nice is I treat my jerseys a little bit differently. I just hand washed mine. I spot clean them. I mean, this is nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure if somebody wants to flex at a convention. Like I always wondered this, right? Like there's so many content creators that go to cons, they go to, meetups, takeovers, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, especially if you are a affiliate or a partner, Dude, everywhere you walk and they go, "Hey, dude." What, me? Yeah, you. Advertise on your back for crying out loud. They don't do it in t-shirt format. They do it in jerseys.
I like that idea.
So if you actually well, think about it, man. If you went to TwitchCon and then somebody go, "Yo, Teach plays." Only one Teach plays, brother. Only one.
Yeah, but I like the idea of having like
So
jersey
the
like
fact
that,
that
but then like getting, I don't know what you'd call it, heat pressed or whatever the process is for getting transferring of like vinyl onto a jersey, getting like Code Teach on the back of that jersey, that would be sick.
yeah. Like even if there was like it was funny because I think in the Sakura one doesn't have the buttons, it's the other one I have. Oh, I forgot if it was that one or something else, but like it was like your username and then it was your name underneath. That's kinda cool actually, because you could actually use that and just go, you know, your handle for your Twitch, and then underneath it would be code dash teach. But at the same time, if you got a glitch jersey and you just had teach on the back, let's say, right? I think people would still get the picture. Or yeah, maybe you could have maybe you can get a tub and put it on like a dog chain necklace or something. I don't know.
No, we're not going down that route.
I'm just saying, man, like I've seen people do some stuff. I think at Carmi, I saw a Mishimoto guy. There was this bodybuilder. Was this it was he was holding a radiator and then there was like a lightweight plastic chain or something to it. It might have been metal. And there was like a pillow or a cushion on the back of his neck, and he was carrying it around with him for advertising. That to me was the most wild one. But, you know, somebody will tell you publicity is good publicity.
That's not always necessarily
Just
true.
like a custom jersey like that. Not always true. You're correct. Not always true. But tell me, Teach,
Yes, sir.
this one's actually been probably the warmest out of them. Ready to try this baby tonight?
So funny enough, this one must have slipped under our radar because didn't realize this was new or one we haven't tried. Because Relly goes, "We're gonna try Rain Tropical today," so I picked up regular Rain Tropical, and I was like, "That's weird. I'm pretty sure we've already tried this one, but all right, Relly, I'll pick up a regular Rain Tropical." And then I showed it to you, and I was like, I saw Rainstorm Tropical, and I wondered if you meant Rainstorm Tropical.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like there was Tropical Storm, the 16 ounce, and then just Tropical. And I remember when this came out, I said, why didn't they separate these? I do not understand.
I almost wonder if this is just the same flavor, but in the Storm formula.
Not sure which one you prefer, but I like either.
I mean, I like both, but if I had to pick, probably the regular Rain formula more.
I think I'd pick this one because I think I've enjoyed this formula better, I guess, taste wise, but maybe that's just me. The Speaking of which, it's amazing how like they like market certain things. Like I'm not sure if you saw on the Twitter last night, but I was going through Instagram. I saw a sponsor or ad in my feed. It was an energy drink company from late 2023 that I've never heard of, but it was outer space named flavors. There was original like a Baja, a peach, and a mango. And I'm like, I've never heard of this, but they were all sold out. And I reached out to them on Instagram and they're like, we're working on a variety pack right now and we're restocking in a couple of weeks. And I go, son of a bitch, I need this ASAP. Because if we're going to bring Baja, like, I like the Rise Baja, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to bring back something similar to Mountain Dew Baja Blast and do it right this time, because the Mountain Dew Rise or the Mountain Dew Energy version sucked. It sucked. Let's be honest. Let's not sugarcoat it. It sucked. If it's done proper, and I didn't see the label, but I believe it's Lion's Mane 150 milligrams caffeine. I feel like if you're in the 150 range, people that wouldn't mind drinking more or having another one. So many people where they go, this is either too much or I'll have another one. That's very rare that we come across someone where there goes, dude, that doesn't have nearly as much caffeine. Agreed?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, like for me personally, 200 is like an adequate, perfect amount with a can. I understand the sentiment for wanting a little less, but like to me, if the average, air quote average, and I'm no doctor, average recommended is 400 milligram to most, you're probably okay with having two 200 milligram cans within a day.
I mean, I hate going off of that because it says the maximum caffeine amount. Just because you could doesn't mean you should. But again, if we go by the biggest selling energy drink in the world, it's Red Bull, and the most common size that's sold now is the 12 ounce, and that's 126.
Is it?
So I always kind of just yes, it's less than 130.
I thought those were only like
It's somewhere
80.
between 120 and 130. No, 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 that's the 8 ounce, the
Ah,
8.4 ounce, 86 milligrams. The 12 ounce is more. So
that's
if you go by the 12 ounce, it's between the 120, 130 range. So if you want to compare to a company, and I don't think that they have lawsuits similar to the M brand or the M drink, because I know those people are drill sergeants with their lawsuits, as we've known, as we explained on this podcast many times. If you just take a look at it, right? All you have to say is, hey, more caffeine than Red Bull. And they're like, shit, you got my attention. What do we got? And then you're going to do a Baja Blast and you're going to have the lion's mane in it, which is an ingredient I personally like. I'm not sure if you're a fan of it or not, but I've taken it outside of just what's in a drink before, and it's something that I like to take on occasions. It does help my brain, at least. I've noticed it.
I mean, I'll leave it or take it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not like overly uh for it or hugely excited for it, but I'm not going to be opposed to it if it's there. I haven't seen much for negative effects for lion's mane, so
I mean, I'm big on it. I mean, I'm not sure if every drink needs it or not,
I don't think
but at the
every drink
same
needs it.
time, I don't think. I mean, personally, I don't mind it really, and I guess on my concern, it's not something where it's like a controversial ingredient like ashwagandha.
The ashwagandha to me has always been a weird one for it to be controversial.
I just feel like it's controversial because people have taken supplements of it before, and some people, some if you go into some of the ingredients that people have said, I've tried this and I've had my normal routine. Some people have had positive effects, some people have had negative effects. Um, some people didn't take in moderation. Some people took it every day for 30 days and had good results. Some people have taken it for 30 days straight and had negative results. I also don't know if their routine is physical or not. I have no idea if it's high stress lifestyle or work or not. I Comparing apples to apples is impossible with this, but it is considered to me a controversial ingredient. Not as much as what taurine is now, clearly, but it's up there for me. Like, I mean, Ace K is starting to become a controversial ingredient too.
And taurine's a little bit more in everything compared to the other two, in my opinion. So I think that's why that one is being looked at a little bit more comparatively.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And when it comes to ashwagandha, personally, of course, everybody is different and it will affect people differently. But I feel like a lot of it when it comes to ashwagandha is that um, it's viewed to do more of what I will call miracle properties than what it can actually do.
Mhm. I hear you. Whoa!
So
I just cracked this thing, and I could. So I'm touching this with my finger right now. I could smell the can from here. Like I'm touching the top of the lid, I could smell it from here. Dude, crack. I don't think we tried this, but dude, crack this thing and give that a whiff.
couldn't smell as far away as you did, but smells good.
This is promising. And it's clear. I love the clear. Don't fear the clear, people.
Or the Reaper.
There you go.
All right.
Cheers.
Salute.
Salute. Mm. Not bad.
I almost so funny enough, I drank the Rain Tropical earlier that I had bought. I said this isn't gonna go to waste. And I kind of glad I drank
I
that
would
now
imagine so.
because they are very similar flavor profiles.
So the way that I would describe it, I love both of them. But if you go by, I can't tell you the last time I've had a rain tropical storm. I haven't found it in a long time. Probably haven't found it since I switched jobs. Now, mind you, I was working almost an hour away versus 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the traffic lights. If I had to remember, the tropical storm is more pineapple forward. The tropical here is more orange forward. I think it's the same ingredients, you just different ratio the flavors inside.
So this one, it's definitely orange, then pineapple, then like grapefruit. I would say in that order. That's probably where like you would get the taste of like noticing. In
I would go orange. I'd say orange, then pineapple, then orange zest,
I feel like it's more of a grapefruit, but in the
like orange
other
rind.
in the regular Rain Tropical, I don't feel like I get any grapefruit whatsoever. It's just like pineapple and orange.
None, none. It's yeah.
In another
It's
weird
amazing how many citrus flavors that rain has.
in another weird way of saying it, this reminds me if you took the regular Rain Tropical, made it into a seltzer, and it didn't suck. This feels like it's a seltzer form of that,
Ma-
and it
ma-
doesn't suck.
made it into a seltzer and it didn't suck. Now I think this is more powerful than a cider, but oh my god, that was funny.
And friendly reminder, this is green tea extract for the caffeine. And
Yes, so if anyone wonders, I get this a lot, and one thing that I remember going over the Anheuser Busch collab with First Form, cans are now just called Form Energy, so to speak. Drop the first, just Form PHORM. They use green tea extract, and there's no taurine in it. I believe it's a new concoction, although I'm not sure if I'm ready to go out of my way to have the flavor when there's still some other stuff on the shelf. If they bring back the yellow can, then that's a little bit different. But the fact that they're getting into NASCAR and everything else, I'm just not sure I'm into that product anymore.
So,
Also, Teach, question for you. What do you think is the best can that Rain makes at the moment?
you're talking the regular line?
Yeah.
Rainbow Sherbet.
Technically both, but
Rainbow
both of
Sherbet.
them. I'll one up you. The White Haze.
It's good, but it's not above for me.
Ooh, that's a hot take, man. You think
Oh,
the Rainbow Sherbet's still the best thing they make?
so I will divert real quick and stay on yours. In a similar way of like describing it, yes. Because like even recently, my significant other Recon has asked me like, hey, if you were to ever, if like I was out and about, want to get you like a drink or something, if I got you something, what would you want? And if it was ever rain, like flavor wise, for me, and I told her top three, it would be Rainbow Sherbet, Orange Creamsicle, White Haze,
Mm.
in that order.
Now for me, White Haze, Tropical Storm, and then I'd want to say, hmm, from there. Very tough from there. I'd say those are definitely the top two. I'd probably go with. I go the Rainbow.
So
Although I wish
something
that Rain had more stuff.
something I really just paid attention to, and you and I have tried pretty much every rainstorm flavor out now. I just now noticed that
I haven't tried is the mango.
in the ingredients, they include two words that we do not like to see. Right at the
Would that
bottom,
be?
proprietary blend.
Oh,
While they
I
do
see plant
have stuff,
proprietary. See plant. I see plant-based energy blend.
it doesn't say proprietary.
Yeah, proprietary plant-based energy blend.
Yep.
So again, when they say plant-based, does that just mean that they're not using a synthetic, or maybe it's a synthetic from the plant? I don't know. But again, when I see somebody reading, they're like, "Ooh, it's plant-based," and I'm like, "Well, yeah. If it wasn't, I'd be kind of shocked. I'd be kind of concerned, right?"
Now, while they do have a lot of the
Be
ingredients
on.
listed
Be honest with
underneath,
me. Be honest with me, Teach. I think it pisses on the lemon tree that somebody says, "Oh my god, it's a fruit flavor. Is it plant-based?" It's a drink. It's not gravy. We drinking gravy?
a little bit.
Of course it's plant-based. We're not drinking friggin' gravy. Why the hell would there be anything animal related in there? Does it smell like leather?
Hope not.
Birds of a feather? Did I find a feather in my can? No. There pesticide in here? Come on, man.
Overall, though, um, flavor wise, not bad. Uh, decent. For tropical, it's pretty decent.
I'll give this a.
For me, it's a 7.
I'll go 4.3.
For me, it's like a
5.
above mid, above average. Good. Nothing overly
Oh,
impressive about.
So an average for you is a 6. So this is a solid 7 for you. So I mean, I thought you would enjoy this thing.
I mean, it's fine. It's good. It's nothing to run home about. I'm not overly ecstatic about it. I don't hate it. I could recommend it. I could finish it. In general, like I
No complaints whatsoever.
guess in some way of saying I'm just not huge on the Storm line. I'm not sold on it. I never ever find myself wanting to go out of my way to get a Storm. Never once.
I think I do for me, and that's simply because I'm I guess it's the flavor profile. Like, when I think of the apple kiwi, I think of the rainstorm. When I think of a grape can, I think of the rainstorm. You know what I mean? Those are the only 2 flavors that really kinda stick with me.
I say nothing from the Storm line really sticks with me, honestly.
I mean, we kinda just tried all of them at this point, unless I finally see the regular mango come my way, and I'll try that, and we'll see how this scores with everything else out there. But again, right, I'm just hoping that when the weeks come, where if it's like, prime summer months, hoping that when that, drink, Area 51 energy drink comes around and I see that mango energy drink in a can. When's the last time we had a straight mango energy drink in a can? We didn't try the G Fuel mango can, unfortunately. We missed out on that. I'm trying to think of what's a straight mango. I can't think of it. The Monster can is just okay.
I was going to say your mango, I think, is the closest to straight mango.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's Monster with a piece of mango. Like, it's not something to rave home about, in my opinion. It was good for a long time, but then I don't know. I guess I just lost the desire and the taste for it.
Ghost.
That could be just me.
Ghost has a straight mango.
But beside that, I can't
Um,
I can't name it in can form. In powder, yes.
I say in can form, it looks like it's Ultra Fiesta, which is Monster, and then Ghost Mango.
Ah, actually, I haven't seen a ghost mango in a long time. I'm
Otherwise,
glad you brought that up, but I haven't seen ghost mango in a long time.
most of these other
Sad.
ones are typically mixed with peach. I like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I
doesn't
do
count.
like that, but yeah, it doesn't count.
I mean, again, I wish there would be straight blueberry flavors, and a lot of times they don't deliver. It's like, oh, it's pomegranate blueberry. Oh, it's blueberry mixed with this. Like for the Gene Fuel Rainbow Six Siege, apparently it's strawberry blueberry.
The mixed
So
berry?
hold on, this big release, this big yeah, mixed berry.
So
Now
mixed
the
berry?
reason why I don't yeah, it that would be mixed berry. Boysenberry would be add the blackberry, raspberry, whatever. But I mean, it's just kinda underwhelming. Speaking of which, ah, G Fuel fans, we have good news as well as bad news. Daddy, are you ready for this?
No,
I see hesitation.
I'm not ready for this.
That means you're not. Okay, so what do you want first? Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Go with the bad news.
The bad news is if you look at the platform nowadays, I really think that this AI template for everything they're doing is really getting stale. Just is. I mean, what else can I really say, man? I mean, this rebuild, it used to be around their creators. And if you look at the people let go, if you look at who they're trying to attract now, and again, we've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, and I've been trying to pound my fist on the desk and say it loud with my chest out on a soapbox. The creators can sometimes make your brand, and your said creators can leave with a brand. Tell me having Ninja leave doesn't hurt a bit. Tell me XQC doesn't hurt a little. If Zedra left, would it hurt? If FaZe Clan left again, you're telling me you wouldn't feel sorry about it? Because look how much of the decline was when FaZe left with Ghost and they said, you know what? I like the Ghost product better. Only for them to come back home. But now the good news. For the first time, I believe in 2 or 3 years, the creator application is back. It's back for applying. If you were to go ahead and go to the G Fuel website, right? If you can teach, just gfuel.com, no dash, no nothing. The website is faster and more lively. It is at a higher speed. And the one thing that I actually like, go to store locator and it shows you Walmart, FYE, Target, CVS Pharmacy, Amazon, Wawa, Ingles, Sheets. And you put in a postcode and it will tell you the nearest real retailers. Now, I'm not sure if it's guaranteed to have anything in there. Like, for example, it says that my local vitamin shop is a retailer, but at least can wise, not sure about the powder. I did not find any. We have a roadmap that seems to be working instead of try again soon. The fact that we have a screen that looks more alive. It looks like the buttons are a hell of a lot easier to go around. I don't have the fastest or the newest laptop ever, but it actually looks like it's going a little bit faster. You know, take the quiz on what formula fits you. It tells you if you view the product or notify me because it's out of stock. So again, I feel like from a creator perspective, I think they're lacking. But for the actual customer itself, that they're actually on the right direction. Again, I hate the new art style. I think the CEO is going to, or at least he better learn quickly. But if you're just a regular consumer and don't know about the politics of the ins and out, I think this is going to be good. It's looking on the up and up.
I'm surprised by how
But
little
again,
creator
I'm sick
collabs
and
there are.
tired of. What was that?
Kind of surprised by how little creator collabs there are.
That's the part that discourages me. Because again, right?
Does it just mean their big names all probably went to G-Subs?
Not really. Because I mean, again, I have no idea if Shock's Flavor is gonna be back or not. They still have Dragon Ball in stock. They still have Sonic. They still have Pac-Man. They have Shrek.
All right, so this one's apparently new to me and I haven't seen it.
They'll have Naruto flavors coming here.
I guess I've really been under a rock. They apparently have a flavor now called Pinup GF, which one is
It's a
just
reskin
straight up.
flavor, yes.
It's just straight up their new logoing and just wants to be anime art style waifu. I mean, again, it's not necessarily anime. It's not anime art. It's more your traditional neo trad tattoo style respectably.
Well, I mean, that's
Um,
well, ironically speaking, that's when I think of a pinup girl, when I think of a pinup girl, I think of a tattoo of a cartoonish woman, but not necessarily anime. Me, that looks like a goth American girl pinup tattoo. It's just my perspective. Somebody might say something a little bit different, but maybe that could be just me. But I
here's
mean,
a
again, we were bound to see more anime girls on product. It was only a matter of time. G Subs just happened to get their name on it first.
Here's another weird take. And it goes more and more with talking on their new design formula, the flavors. They apparently also now have a flavor called Wild Swing, which is a raspberry melon lemonade. Why does this label remind me of like a kid's yogurt?
What was it again?
Wild Swing. I found it because when looking at
Oh,
flavors in this area over here, they just show off random fruit combinations, which when you click on, brings you to other flavors. So if I click on this shark little emoji, it brings me to Gummy Shark. If I click on this blackberry apple, it takes me to Goth GF. Green apple, like it shows me all these little fruit combinations that you can click on. This raspberry melon lemonade flavor weirdly reminds me of like a kid's yogurt.
so ironically, if so this is the Wild Swing G Fuel Raspberry Melon Lemonade. So I think I understand where you're going for this right here, and I'm glad that there's things that you can click on to bring up flavor profiles. It's actually kind of cool. That way, somebody can just pick. But their mystery flavors officially White Elephant. Still haven't announced what the hell it is. Okay,
They still have
but
rainbow
I think I
sherbet
know what
and
you're.
sour
Yep.
pixel. Wow.
Yeah. So there a way that you can actually pull this up, or not really?
Not this time. And not
I think I
nicely, at
have an
least.
idea on what you're remind yourself. Gotcha. So look at Wild Swing again right now. Okay.
Yep.
Are you thinking of Danimals?
Yes.
You're thinking of Danimals yogurt.
100%.
That's why. It was on the tip of your tongue. You just couldn't put the piece together, right?
I mean, but even without naming the brand, still children's yogurt.
Uh, it's actually really funny how they say, "Hey, what the hell? Is this you right here?"
Yes.
S- I click that or
Yeah.
yeah, so right there, people. I'm actually glad we got this feature right here. But tell me if I'm wrong. You look at the fruits everywhere, you look at the monkey in the middle next to the logo. I think Danimals yogurt.
That's gross.
I see the honey logo. Anyone know what the hell happened to that lawsuit?
No idea.
It was just a thought because I remember all these creators were suing him for it, saying they never got uh the the commission off it or so. Anyway, so I guess before it gets too late, crack open this Rise Cherry Limeade and see if this will go into tomorrow. I thought I was gonna be running today, but well, in the factory, but we weren't running material today. Oh no. Oh. Smell sucks.
That, if I recall, I don't recall hating the smell of it.
Oh yeah, the smell sucks. As anyway. Mm, nope.
Really?
Not. It's not bad. No, to me this sucks because ever since Rise started to rebrand their cans with this logo, remember before it just said Rise on the top? That was it. I feel like ever since they rebranded, it started to slowly go downhill because again, right? I'm kind of just stuck in this thing where it's like, great, after you made the sour straw flavors, we've been on the decline. Like if somebody said, "Give me a can," they said, "What? Give me a rice can." They said, "I said anything but the Kool-Aids," and they gave me this. I'd be like, "Well, this is kind of disappointing." I just get a sucralose flavor, and then the rest is just bland.
I remember not hating it. I remember thinking the cherry was decent, and not medicine like. I remember it being a little bit more
It
cherry
smells
forward.
kind of on the. It certainly smells rather medicine, in my opinion.
What about the taste?
As far as taste, it's sucralose and a mediocre cherry, then the aftertaste of lime.
Which has been kind of surprising that the new couple of newest releases for Rise have been kind of hit and misses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell is this, man? They're going downhill on me. I used to think of Rise in high regard, and I went to somebody and being like, "Hey, rise up! You don't know what you're missing." Oh, made 3 Kool-Aid flavors. 2 of them suck. You had these big collabs, and some of them better than others. But I'm disappointed because in the past 2 weeks, I've tried 2 cherry limeades, thinking of good results, and I'm disappointed in both of them. I'm not saying that I need a Mountain Dew or a G Fuel Cherry Limeade and that is the bar. I'm much more flexible than that. But the fact that somebody limeade's only supposed to come one way. Why are we reinventing the wheel? Glitch needs to power it up. Rise needs to make this more powerful. Ghost needs to redo the ratio. I do not understand. You know how it's supposed to come out. Why are we fucking it up? Did we get all that?
Yeah.
Yes, no? No, a little spring looked a little blurry on my end. Yeah, cherry
Now
limeades.
we all good?
It's not a good year for the cherry limeades.
So would you rate it?
Again, the last reading 2.8 out of 5.
Wow, under the 3 range. Would you recommend
I mean,
it?
I'm just gonna be honest with
Or I should say,
no,
we'll back it up, back it up. Could you finish it?
no.
You don't, it's a drainer?
It'll probably make my drain because I'm disgustedly disappointed.
Oh.
I mean, come on, I'm sorry, but if you wanna give Rise an award, this is a participation trophy compared to what they can do. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of good products out there, and I gotta be tough. Rise has made some of the best products out there, and last year was my can of the year with the cotton candy. And so you are going to screw dry with no Vaseline to this? This is your new release? No, I'm sorry. I'm not rewarding mediocrity. Do better. And also, again, last 2 Rise cans I had, new releases, I expected a substitute for Blueberry Red Bull. I got Gatorade Fast Twitch. I expected something similar to the a very good cherry limeade soda with caffeine. I got this has that signature aftertaste with the sucralose. That Rise aftertaste as the front note, and then cherry limeade that was watered down as the back end. Just not a good ratio, just not well put together. Ingredients are there, flavor's not.
Interesting. I honestly wonder where you're going to be on that. Because I personally remember not loving it, but also not hating it. And I'm also especially weird for cherry limeades.
It's not I guess I'm particular. And again, it's not I just feel like I'm tasting sucralose and something else. Like, you ever had like a soda fountain where it's mostly water and they water down whatever it is you took? You know what I mean? Ever like went to a soda fountain and the ratio was bad?
You mean it's just like
It was
watered
mostly
down, needs
water.
more syrup? Yeah, yeah.
Something in that category.
Gotcha.
It's like I screwed up at the soda fountain. There you go.
Fair enough.
And then you just dump it and find something else because your day could be better than that, respectively. I say respectably or, "Oh, no disrespect." I feel like respect I feel like, respectfully is better than with all due respect or, "Hey, no disrespect."
I mean, it is.
Well, because, I mean, if I went if I just said, "Respectfully, this is not good," versus, "Hey, buddy, this sucks." No disrespect.
You're right. And respectably, that is where we will end episode 157 for this evening.
That's a good way to leave off on it.
You and your little DC. Take care, brush your hair until we see you next time.
Brush your hair. Everybody, please take care in the meantime. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of your family, your friends, your people you work with good to you. It's getting hot out there, so please, so help me. Uh, it's not healthy. Don't bake in the sun too long. Drink your freaking water. Make sure you nourish. I want everyone to be well. Be safe. Please get home safe. Eat plenty, drink plenty, get home safe. You do that for me, please? That'd be nice. So, respectfully to all, take it easy. Have a good night.